Okay, so welcome everyone, and good day, good afternoon, good night, depending on where you are in the world. I'm John Himalayan with Wilvin Wee, and we're both calling in from Singapore. And as the sort of representative for Lean Global Network for this part of the world, hello, a special hello to the people in this region. We have neighboring Malaysia and Indonesia very close by, Philippines as well, not too far, Thailand, Myanmar, and it goes on and on and on. So we have a pretty big region over here, and Wilvin and I, known each other for quite a while. And Wilvin, maybe put yours on mute.
Okay.
For a second. Yeah. And Wilvin and I have known each other for a long time. We are part of an excellence community with a WhatsApp group. We get together for networking. And that was formed by Agnes Un, by the way, that we get together periodically. And sometimes Wilvin and I just get together for coffee. So the last time was a few months ago. He's telling me about, this transformation that he's involved in. So Wilvin, his recent job is with Singapore Airlines. So for those of you that don't know that company, that's the largest airline in Singapore by far. It's one of the largest in the region and the world. One of the best airlines in the world. And then as well, I mean, actually, when I was going through Wilvin's resume to introduce him, Wilvin, I didn't even realize just how many companies you've worked for. So Wilvin's got amazing experience. Abbott, Syngenta, REC Solar, Coca-Cola, GlaxoSmithKline, Eli Lilly. Wow, Wilvin. So happy to introduce Wilvin Wee, who's going to bring us through a little bit on the at least, 1 year now, right, Wilvin? In so far your Singapore Airlines Engineering journey for lean transformation. So welcome, Wilvin.
All right, thanks, John. Okay, so I will proceed, and thanks to everyone who has joined this webinar. So very good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone, fellow lean friends. Yep, I'm actually really privileged to be here. Okay, and also thanks to John for inviting me to share in this webinar. All right, so if you are, John, if you are hearing me okay? Okay. All right, okay. So I think I also have to, I do have to share my screen, I believe. And if you are seeing my screen now, all right, okay. So I think I just want to use some time here to share regarding our SIA, Singapore Airlines Engineering Company, our lean journey. And actually just start with a small little story that in one of our division continuous improvement meeting with one of our SVP, there's actually a question posed on, what's next after we have achieved and sustained what we aim to improve in one of our lean projects. So I'm actually very pleased that our top management, our SVP of the division, and basically it's something like a CEO of a company that this division can pull out to become a company itself. So we actually asked this continuous improvement question, and that is the spirit of CI. So we standardize, we optimize, and then we continue to standardize and optimize and repeat. So what else can we improve is actually a great question exhibiting the CI mindset and culture. All right. So to start with, this is Wilvin again, and currently I'm serving and leading lean and continuous improvement with Singapore Airlines Engineering Company Group. So I'm supporting the whole enterprise, including the JVs, the joint ventures, and the subsidiaries with respect to lean deployment. Okay, So there's a couple of sections in this sharing. So I'll start with a little bit of an introduction to SIA Engineering Company. So in short, we'll call it SIA EC, or even EC Engineering Company in a even shorter form. Then subsequently, I'll talk about a little bit about our overview of the EC continuous improvement journey. And then I'll dive a little bit deeper into the transformation phase 1, phase 2, and the current enterprise continuous improvement journey that we are in. Okay, so this there are a couple of slides, probably something like 2 slides showing what SIA Engineering Company is about. So it's actually I have lots of 70 years of experience in airline engineering, and employs over 8,000 people, which includes the subsidiaries, and we hold approvals from 29 national aviation authorities to provide service, and contributes more than half of Singapore MRO output. So if we look on the right side, there are actually 4 major business segments. So we call that line maintenance, base maintenance, component services, and engine services. So these are our main 4 main businesses, and the services that we provide to all airlines. Okay, so this slide is just showing that we actually have 22 joint ventures across 7 countries, and with the various, if you look at the bottom, the JV partners, so the various OEM such as Pratt & Whitney, GE, Rolls-Royce, and so on, for those that is familiar with aerospace industry. Okay, so these are just a very succinct 2 slides, and anyone who's interested in SIEC, please do Google it, and do have a look at what the services that we provide. Okay, so I'll immediately jump into the overview of SIEC continuous improvement journey. So I'll start with this simple picture. So this pictorial overview of our CI journey actually started as a phase 1, transformation phase 1. Hopefully you all can hear me, because I have a signal saying that my internet connection is not so stable.
It's good, Weldon, yeah.
Okay, thanks, John. All right, so I'll just continue. So the phase 1 actually is implemented over 24 months from around 2018 to 2020. All right, so after phase 1, we move on to phase 2, where our tagline is power up and breakthrough. And this is actually in the midst of the COVID period. And subsequently, in 2023, this year, we actually transit to a continuous improvement journey. All right, and what I will mention here is that I was sharing with my colleagues that I will call it that we completed 2 transformation program articles, and then we are starting our first chapter of our continuous improvement book from the beginning of 2020. All right, so I will just proceed and give a little bit more information about the transformation phase 1 and phase 2. So for phase 1, it actually started at the end of 2017, that SIEC embarked on the transformation amidst a very challenging environment. So what do you mean by a challenging environment? It's actually because the technology is really changing very fast, and there's a new generation aircraft where the maintenance requirements are significantly reduced. So this is fantastic for airlines, and fantastic for our customer. And because of that, we actually will have some challenges in terms of providing our services, and more work actually will be done in the line maintenance environment compared to the base maintenance, where the aircraft has to be grounded and in a hangar where we do our maintenance. So when more work is done in the line maintenance environment, which is in our Changi Airport, we have our C21 gates, we have our D37 gates. So a lot of maintenance now has to be done actually at the transit period, and it's actually increased challenges for our maintenance work. Right. So this is the changing environment in terms of the aircraft new generation. And in terms of the MRO market, it's also becoming more and more competitive because there's a more and more build-up of heavy maintenance capacity in the region, and various MRO companies actually building up their base maintenance hangars capacity. And also a lot of MROs are actually continuously improving, digitalizing, and improving productivity. And another very important change in the environment is OEMs are actually selling a lot of aftermarket services, and that actually also eat into our MRO business. And there's also significant changes in building a new capabilities in servicing the new generation aircraft. So because of this challenging environment, we embarked on our first transformation journey. And for the first 3 years, we actually focus on mobilizing the organization and laying strong foundation across the following areas that you can see below. So we actually look at our organization health and design or redesign. We look at our business model review. Definitely, we look at our supply chain, our capabilities, and the technical systems as well. So this is our transformation phase 1. And going into transformation phase 2. So going to transformation phase 2, in early 2021, we launched it. And it's actually in the midst of our COVID, if everyone remember. So that is a significant challenge in our whole enterprise. And we actually invested and willing to double down on our effort. And our 3 key objectives in the transformation phase 2, if you see on the right, is actually to boost our competitiveness and emerge stronger when COVID is over. And also definitely creating value for our key stakeholders and strengthening our internal ecosystem and improving our culture, right? So, and the framework that we use is, you can see in the middle, right? We are actually using lean and digital and technology together with building up our innovation culture to drive operational excellence, customer intimacy, and innovation in services. So the outcome that we wanted to achieve, the 2B state, is we wanted to become a customer-focused, agile, empowered, and innovative organization, and definitely being competitive. And very key is that we want to be a planning-driven, resilient, and scalable operating system, right? So this is what we have embarked in transformation phase 2, and I'm happy to share that at the end of transformation phase 2, we have succeeded in moving a big step towards our 2B state. Of course, there's continuous improvement, and there are bound to be more and more challenges and work to be done going forward. Okay, so in transformation phase 2, there's a lot of initiative that has been completed. It's like something like 187 initiatives of projects. Here, I would like to actually share 2 key projects. One of it is we call eLight, which is electronic line maintenance integrated technology ecosystem. So in this eLight, there's a number of modules, and the benefits of eLight is really to increase the operational efficiency of planning and preparation through process simplification, removing unnecessary steps, and reduction of over-processing waste. And with that, with this eLight, we also increase our customer satisfaction through the data sharing and updates. And there's another part where I think a lot of organizations and companies encounter is there are multiple platforms that we actually extract data and we put things together. So with this eLight, we actually remove the need to reference multiple platforms to perform assignments of aircrafts for our engineers and technicians to work on. So this also helps in the optimizing resource assignment. And one of the smart MX, the information on the go that you see in the middle, actually provide our engineers with real-time flight information and the access to the manuals, the task cards, and all the information that actually allow them to efficiently carry out the operational tasks. right? So there are multiple modules in this digital transformation initiative, covering from planning all the way to operations, even to our vetting and building the financial cycle, to customer facing, and all utilizing data analytics and optimization. So one more slide on eLite. Wanted to show that we have these two modules sharing a little bit more. Our joint planning platform, JPP, we call JPP. So there's a significant amount of process enhancements through digitalization. And this integrated planning system is actually linking up together with our key customer, SIA. All right. So what does this JPP do? Before, we actually have to manually transpose task details across a number of databases, like at least 5 of them, which is prone to human errors. But after everything, all the information is actually interfaced into JPP, and there's a significant reduction of defects and over processing. So in the middle, in terms of task priority allocation as well, before that is manually assigned actually via Excel, and after there's a auto prioritization logic and algorithm created in JPP to help us to do that, right? So reduce a significant amount of manual work and defects of errors and so on. So on the right hand side, this is the other module that I mentioned, Smart MX. So this actually provide on-the-go information for our engineers. And one example is before that, LAE actually stands for Licensed Aircraft Engineer. So licensed aircraft engineer actually is required to enter the cockpit to request for provisional fuel quantity. So it's a task that they have to do, and there's a lot of motion waste, a lot of inefficiencies. But now with Smart MX, the information is actually on the iPad that is provided to our engineer, and they can actually refer to that easily, right? So this eLite actually also is actually one great example that we have streamlined some of the process steps, and now we digitalize it into this integrated technology ecosystem. So this is one of our major digital initiative in transformation phase 2. Okay, so next I want to share a little bit closer to us, the audience and myself here, in terms of a lean transformation initiative. So this is a significant project that reap millions of dollars of revenue capacity release for this process, that we are able to capture more revenue when the business picks up, and it's happening now. So this is the engine change process improvement project, and the situation is that it actually requires around 500 man hours, inclusive of some upstream preparation process, and a turnaround time of around 34 hours to complete a whole engine change. And this is on average because there's a different type of engines that are big and small and so on. So some takes say 20 hours, and some actually takes 40 over hours. So we actually choose one of the highest, our primary product, and this is around 34 hours to complete the whole engine change. And what is the opportunity here? So shorter turnaround time definitely means more flying time for our aircraft, and it's great for the customer. And reduction of man hours will be wonderful for SIEC per se in terms of cost. So we're actually tackling two key metrics here. One is on the delivery turnaround time, and also on the cost in terms of the man hours. So the target is to increase the productivity by 25%, and for both these two metrics. Okay, so this slide just shows a typical value stream map that I think most of us should be quite familiar with. So on the left-hand side is the current state map, and on the right-hand side is the future state map, where there's a significant reduction in the turnaround time. And after the design, of course, there's a lot of work that is put into the improvements. So a quick snapshot of the engine change process improvement project, where the future design focus on a lot of visualizations, a lot of standard workflows, and so on. All right, so I will not go into the detail, and I will just show some picture here. So this slide actually shows, we call that a pitching workflow. So on the left, you can see it's a weekly schedule. And in the middle, number 2 box, actually we call that an integration event where T-2 and T-5. And at T-1, we actually have to make sure that everything is in order. When at T-0, we will proceed to execute the engine change. All right, so I'll move a little bit faster, zooming into this, get, set, go. So at T-5 and T-2, we do the pre-kitting. And at T-1, we have an integration event to make sure that everything is in order, all the five flows. So in SIEC, besides the physical flow and the information flow, we actually look at 5 flows, include the people, the materials, and also the tools. So there's 5 flows besides our normal physical and information flow, right? Okay, and so making sure that all these 5 flows are available, and so that when T-1 comes along, all our engineers and technician will be very clearly has all the equipment, all the tools, spares, materials, all the task cards, the information to make sure that they can carry out their job in the pitch. So every day there are actually 3 pitches. Okay, there are 3 pitches in a day, and you can see we are heavily on the visuals and on showing the progress of as the day goes along. So in this picture, you can see on top, it has been completed, the first pitch, around 8 hours. And then pitch 2 is currently in progress, and pitch 3 is ready, right? So all the visuals can be seen, and it's very clearly marked out for our engineers and technicians to carry out their job very seamlessly, right? So this is the Bay Area, where there's 5S done as well, the before on top and the after at the bottom. So improving efficiencies and reduction of waiting waste and so on, right? So this picture is just a very, very brief picture on the performance that has happened. So you can see for first part of the graph is around 30 hours. And then the second part actually goes down very consistently to around 24 hours. So we actually exceeded our target of 25 hours. We reached 24. And also in terms of man hours, we reached our target of 25% savings. So this is a sharing of both phase 1 and phase 2. And there's a lot of learnings and challenges as well. Because of the shift work, we need to actually do a lot of data collection and a lot of observation studies conducted across multiple shifts and so on. So those are the challenges. And the learnings and success factors include, listening to our ground up pinpoints. We actually solicit ground up initiative to improve even the safer working conditions and so on. So with all the commitment and the sponsorship, we actually success is a success for this fabulous Lean Digital project. Okay. All right. So I will then quickly move on to a couple more slides on the enterprise continuous improvement journey. So on May this year, we actually officiated our transition from transformation to enterprise continuous improvement. So this actually happens when we were contemplating our transformation phase 3 at the beginning of the year. And then upon consultation with our board and also our management committee, so I think there's some recommendation or suggestions by the board to consider, moving into more sustainable continuous improvement journey instead of transformation program phase 3. So with that, I think our management committee also come together and make the decision of steering us towards continuous improvement as compared to a transformation program, right? So we open up our first chapter of our continuous improvement book and focusing on our growth strategy, and the 2 underpinning elements is actually the enterprise operating system and the continuous improvement culture, right? And then through this continuous improvement journey, we want to support our SIA EC growth strategy. So unfortunately, I'm not able to put it on the slide, but I can just read out and share that the growth strategy is actually increasing our third party besides our base load with our SQ Airlines. The second growth strategy is that we wanted to increase our presence, our network operating sites across the region. And the third growth strategy is actually we want to increase our capabilities of servicing our customer. So on the right, at the bottom right is definitely improving our financial stewardship and competitiveness. Right. So this is the CI framework that we are using to drive our CI journey. So at the bottom is the culture that the fundamental that we are continuously building our CI culture. And one level up, you can see the 6 levers that we are pulling to drive the 4 outcomes on top. The operational excellence, customer intimacy, innovation, and total employee experience of the 4 outcomes, which subsequently will drive our 3 growth strategy. So for the 6 levers, one of the strongest and biggest one is lean, and the other few levers are the digital, technology, organizational design, and we have agile transformation and also innovation drive as well. So these are the 6 levers that we are pulling to deliver our continuous improvement outcome and supporting our overall corporate strategy. Okay, so in terms of the CI culture, we have doing a lot of work with some external consultant and our own in-house focus groups. So we have selected 3 priorities where you can see is make it clear, collaborate to achieve, keep improving. And then we also have 9 habits, which at the second part of the 3 boxes that we are going to activate and drive into the organization, these 9 habits that we want to inculcate. And besides the continuous improvement culture, and I mentioned about the second key elements, which is the enterprise operating system. We call that EOS. So for EOS, we break into management system and planning and production system that you can see in the middle. And there's some key processes that we'll focus on. Actually, on the right, there are 18 constituents that we are focusing on. So the 18 constituents actually comprises of around 10 to 12 lean elements, which include Hoshin Kanri, leader standard work, our tier performance review, and visual management, 5 S's, and so on, and problem solving. So those are the constituents in our SIEC enterprise operating system, right? So maybe last a couple of slides before I end at hopefully at 6:30. So there's a couple of systems that has been built since I joined SIEC. So we have started the Lean accreditation, which is our typical Lean maturity assessment. So there are 10 elements in this Lean accreditation and various number of proficiencies from qualifying to bronze to silver and to gold. So we have this as well, and we are now rolling out the accreditation for our for many of our BUs or cash generating units, CGUs. So we have just recently accredited 2 BUs for bronze, and we are going forward on our journey on this. Then another one, so this is just the proficiency level. So for accreditation and maturity assessment, we are talking about BU level. And in terms of individual competency development, so we have our Lean competency framework, which is what I've created and implemented some 15 months ago. So it's not different from what we have in our many other organizations. And I call that Lean White, Lean Yellow, Lean Green, Lean Black, and Lean Master Black. And we have now groomed a couple of Lean Black and a number of Lean Green and a huge amount of Lean Yellow and hundreds of Lean White. And on the bottom right, you can see some collectibles that we are providing to recognize our folks. And just want to share that previously we always recognize, I would say, more to the Lean Green, Lean Black, but in SIEC we actually want to recognize heavily on our Lean White and Lean Yellow our mass, our frontline value adders, right? So in conclusion, we have completed two transformation phases started on our continuous improvement journey. While we celebrate the great achievement, we build on what has been achieved to continue the journey. And I'm sure it will be a fulfilling, exciting, and adventurous one, which I have gone through for the last 14, 15 months. And this is the first chapter of our book to chart our way forward. And I will love to be with SIEC to continue to write many more sensational chapters. And personally, I'm really grateful and inspired and looking forward to marching together with EC along our CI journey, right? So I think that is all that I have.
Great, Wilvin. Hey, nice work. Now I know why Wilvin is so busy. Amazing amount of work. But hopefully we'll catch up for a coffee before the end of the year sometime. But really great work. We're looking forward to. I think the audience will agree. We're looking forward to phase 3, and hearing your report out in a year or two at LGC. And love how you tie it. Too many times we see lean separate from the growth strategy, right? From the business strategy in general, from culture, and from digital transformation. Like a lot of companies see all those things as separate, and you guys are really integrating it into one. And as soon as I saw something about involving the workers and the and using empathy, then it's a really lean transformation, right? Otherwise, it's just an ordinary transformation. If it's not involving the people, it's not really lean, is it? So well done.
Thank you. Thanks, John.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if we have. I guess we have to end. It is just after 6:30. There's the Q&A button, and there are some questions in there.
Okay, so I can type in the answer whenever it's still this webinar will not be shut down, right? Am I right to say that?
As far as I know, because I think whoever wants to go to the next scheduled webinar would enter that, right? So that means this just keeps on going until we close it, as far as I know.
Okay.
Hopefully that's right. You got a great testimonial there, Wilvin. And this
Thanks
is
to there's none.
Yeah, this is the getting towards the end of the LGC, and so Desmond was able to appreciate the value of this. That's great. I don't know, Wilvin, am I your LGN consultant? I think I'm your coffee consultant. We meet for coffee,
that's right.
and chat about a few things. I guess that's the extent.
That's true. I need to consult you further for another significant task and project that I'm going to embark on.
That'll be our next coffee.
Yes.
Looking forward.
Yeah. Thanks, John. Thanks, John.
You have a lot of questions here, Weldon.
Yeah, actually, in terms of the consultant wise, we are actually using quite a bit of consultant with respect to the culture change program, with respect to enterprise operating system uh, codification and operationalization. So we do, and have to see if there's opportunity to work together with LGN consultant. Oh, John, if you know what's the I do not know what is the LTF from LGN.
That would be our lean transformation framework, which is kind of
Oh,
a
okay.
modified
Sorry.
version of the Toyota House. If you've seen that before, yeah, going through.
Okay.
Yeah, since transformation's in the name of your presentation, I guess that's a good question. It's the lean transformation framework. If you haven't seen that, I should show that to you.
Yes, please, John. We love to. Um, uh, as we are also always having continuously improving our framework. So the latest is that we are looking at strengthening our core, and that actually sits together with the three growth strategy as well. And in terms of the levers wise, actually I didn't manage to mention that in transformation phase 1 and phase 2, we actually have four levers, and then we actually expanded to six levers in our continuous improvement journey. And maybe going forward, there's continuously improving our framework where we might combine or tweak some of these levers and framework as well. So yeah, we'd love to know more about LTF from yourself, John.
Okay, that'll be part of our next coffee.
Yep.
The LTF, you'll see it. It's super generic, so it's more to think through some of the questions to ask during a transformation.
John, do you know roughly how many folks were in the call just now? I mean, how many did I serve or how many did I share with?
Well, and there's still here. We have 20 right now, including us, I guess, and
That's
so
wonderful.
it sounds like there's still a lot of people that are interested in hearing your answers.
Okay. Okay, I try to answer everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So great. So thanks for being so diligent and answering all those questions, Wilvin, and thanks again for taking the time to share with us. Um, and best wishes on stage 3 of your journey. I'm sure we'll be in touch on that. And with other than that, I mean, we can probably just get ready to close out the session unless anyone has anything else. Any final words, Wilvin?
I think a continuous improvement journey is always a very exciting and challenging journey. Exciting in terms of we are doing, we're changing, we are change agent, we are changing things, we are changing, even lives of folks. And it's very exciting, challenging because we are changing things, we are changing processes. So all the lean, our lean friends, all change agents do stay positive and continue the CI journey and do the best and in every situation. Yep.
Excellent. Great. We need positive thinking and we need to support each other because it's a long journey and it's not easy every time. But like you had at the end of your last slide, it is fulfilling, right? And you got some fulfillment out of that. And if we can also do that for the whole organization, including our workers, then it's a big win, right? So thanks again, Wilvin. Thanks all of you for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to more next year, and hopefully we'll also get other parts of the region. Vietnam is quite eager to share maybe a case next year, the Philippines, and really get some good recognition for the whole Southeast Asia region. Thanks again, Wilvin.
Thanks again, John, for inviting me. Thanks everyone for your time. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thanks, everyone. And I'm going to close out the session. Yep. Have a good day, good night, good afternoon, good morning, and see you next time.
Yep. See you. Bye.
Bye.